This is a report on the development of your players. Phil Tardino's OPR has increased to 70. Exclamation mark. A. Popov's OPR has increased to 75. Exclamation mark. And J. Cruz Kapov's OPR has increased to 76. Exclamation mark.
National team squads have been announced ahead of the international friendly match. 7 players from Ridge County were among those selected.
There's been an update in the transfer negotiation for Gabriel. So we have a deal in place for a support striker. We've got a 2-year deal, similar to Cannon, isn't it? You know, a 2-year deal. Driussi still to be worked on. Driussi is a very good player. Both of these players have skills. Knuckle shot, first time shot for Driussi, and first time shot for Gabriel. As you can see, Driussi's development chart is initially a little bit higher on the graph that you can see for the years than Gabriel's, and Driussi, I think, is a year younger. Nope, they're both 21 years old. Although Gabriel has goal poacher, and as I say, I've never used him before in the game, but I have used Driussi. So we'll see what happens with these bids and make a decision. Hopefully, you know, we can get a deal done and we can raise the funds for it. Yeah. I was going to show you the final goal scoring charts and stuff for the PEU League because I haven't done that. We've had a look at the standings, we've had a look at my players' season results, but this is how it finished. Busto missed out on being top scorer. N. Rossetti from Raccoon City bagged 19 goals, with M. Alston of Pallet Town getting 17. Busto was 3 behind the leader with 16. Mitroglou, Govea, W. Shelton, 13 goals. And you can see there Popov had 10 goals at the end, so he managed double figures. Leicester and Requena ended up with 7 apiece from a midfield pairing. I don't think that's too bad, really. You know, especially when you consider I've got, you know, players who can fill in and when others are out of form and stuff. So I'm not really bothered about replacing them with whoever's on the bench, you know, from match to match. So that's the goal scoring charts. Assist ranking. I. McPhee from Oakvale Wanderers finished with 12 assists, with Bradley Wiggins. That just cracks me up every time I see it. B. Wiggins, on your bike, son, with 11 assists, and H. Arundel with 11 assists as well. For my Ridge County side, Leicester had 5 assists there, and nobody else got on there. We score a sack full of goals in this league compared to everybody else, but we don't get the assists from it, so, you know, a bit odd. So that's the PEU assist and everything else. We do have an individual titles. So these are the individual titles. F. Busto apparently was player of the season. The top scorer, N. Rossetti. The assist leader, I. McPhee. And the best manager, some guy called Medic Maniac. What? Yeah, thanks. The team of the tournament was as follows, if I can pronounce all these amazing names that PES throws up. Yunsun John from Hyrule Wanderers in goal. That would be Ryan Shawcross at Arclay Rovers. He must be regen. B. Everett, Hyrule Wanderers. Mind you, not necessarily. You know, they might have bought him, who knows. C. Tippett, Hyrule Wanderers on the right. And A. Cresswell of PES United on the left. So Hyrule Wanderers with a goalkeeper, a centre-back and a right-back. So defensively they must have done something right. Or maybe not. Maybe PES is just strange like that. D. Janssen of Castle Villa. and El Bakuna making a central midfield pairing. El Bakuna of Viridian Forest. Zach Harchenko of Arclay Rovers on the right hand side, and El Cigarini of Hyrule Wanderers on the left hand side, who must have been a fucking good player because I think Leicester played particularly well on the left wing. But, you know, Busto from Ridge County up top, along with N. Rossetti. Wasn't there somebody else who got more goals than Busto? Didn't he finish third? You would have thought that the other top scoring guy would have got the gig, but apparently not. So Ridge County, having dumped on all of the others from a very great height and only losing one match all season with only one player in the team of the tournament. Freaking bizarre, but that's PES. Okay, so I shall cut that short, go and do my training match and just join you for an update for any of the transfer news later. Take care. So this is the balance sheet. The breakdown of the income from our season 2. PEU League Position 1 plus 9 million. Polar Mints. PEU Cup winner plus 1.2 million. Polar Mints. And UEFA Champions League last 16 plus 600,000 Polar Mints. So overall balance down at the bottom there plus 10.8 million Polar Mints. And current funds 12,368,280 Polar Mints. So we'll be able to find out how much of that we will be able to use on strengthening our squad.
All the fixtures on this season's calendar have now been completed. The transfer window will reopen tomorrow. It's time to reflect upon the team's performances as well as those of individual players and decide what sort of team you want to build for next season. I suggest one that's not made out of paper.
What?
You need to respond to an offer you've had to manage another club by the end of the day.
There's been an update in the transfer negotiation for SHAREfactory. Okay, thanks. Now I might need you in a bit because I might want you to go off and scout other people depending how much money we've got to strengthen the squad. What? Well, we've hit a problem there because I've got to go and see a man about a cat. That's quite a normal thing to do. Yes. Bye. Why do I get the impression that there's more to this? A man about a cat. Hang on a minute. He's not doing his scouting job. Konami program move. There you go. So negotiations, right. So I had an update for Jussi. Now I've got 2 bids here. Obvious for support strikers. One is valued at 5.2 million and they're asking 7.4. His salary will be 547,980 Polar Mints. Yes, Polar bloody Mint. On a 2-year contract with no bonus. The other one is cheaper. His value is 5.9 million. Polar Mints. I knew he was going to do that. But the value that, you know, the transfer fee that we've been given is 5.1 million. His wages are higher than Gabriel's at 690,000. And he has a £1,920 goal bonus. However, it's a longer contract on 3 years. I've never used Gabriel in the game. Never. So I'm very, very tempted to go with this deal. However, for the club, this deal might be more attractive because obviously it's a longer deal and it's a cheaper initial fee. Either way, either signing will mean that PES can leave. So I'm not really sure what to do here. I'm very tempted just to go for Gabriel because I've never used him in the game before. Passing, because I like a support striker to pass the ball. And passing is better with Gabriel. Header is better with Gabriel. Attacking prowess is better with Gabriel. Ball control is markedly better with Jersey. And dribbling. And swerve, things like that, you know. I'm going to go with Gabriel. I'm going to do the deal. I've never used him in the game before he's coming to the club. Right, there we are. 4.9 million parliaments in the kitty. So that means that PES can leave. That is another quality signing. Done and dusted. So incoming, Mackenzie, Gosling, Gabriel and Cannon. This deal, we will end negotiations on that one. Which is a shame, you know, you don't get to see Jersey, but we'll have a look at Gabriel. You've seen Jersey anyway in other sort of little clips that I've put on to do with goals that he's scored. Right. I'll go to next season. So any more news or anything like that, join me for that. The main schedule for July. First, opening day of the transfer window. So report on our sponsors and fan club income, annual sponsorship fee, plus 9.6 million parliament and fan club income, 3.9 million parliament, with an overall balance of 13,543,380 parliaments and current funds 18,474,600 parliaments. That would be my centre-back, Cannon. 4 new players joined up with the squad. Quality at Ridge County is really increasing now, really ramping it up. And we haven't sold any youth players to make up for this. We have wheeled and dealed in the transfer market. And obviously on top player, we've found it a breeze. But transfer window is now open. Current budget for signing players is 11,267,760 parliaments. Obviously the regens in the youth team, but 4 new players joined up with the squad. Right, I shall set the training and the squad numbers. I shall set the players on the transfer list or whatever it is that I'm doing. And I shall see you for any more news and announcements pre-season to do with team news or transfers or anything other, you know, Ridge County Season 3 related. As always, take care.